Welcome to Pecan Corner. In Paul's family, they have dishes that they named things like Hush Kush or Midnight Surprise. But in my family, when we have a recipe, we name it after the ingredients. So tonight I'm going to make weenies, macaroni, and tomatoes, which is one of the go-to dishes that, one of those something from nothing dishes that we all have in the family. As an adult, I did start adding some onion to ours, but I did not change the name of the recipe. Paul gives me all kinds of grief about this. So we had hot dogs last night, and I have three weenies left over, so that'll be plenty to make enough for us. I'm going to use some bacon fat to fry the onions, to fry the weenies in. There we go. Now maybe y'all can see everything that's going on. So the first thing I'll do is just slice my weenies. You know, it's a shame. It's a shame when good weenies are $5.69 a package. That's crazy. It used to be cheap food. Oh, who doesn't like weenies and eggs for breakfast? Yum, yum. They were inexpensive food. We don't eat chicken weenies. That's no good. No fowl should ever be in any kind of sausage, including wieners. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to fry these a little bit. Let them get just a little bit brown. Cut up a little onion, but I'm not going to put my onion in yet. Throwing onions all over the place here. Come back here. Okay. Anyway, this is one of those things that it was so easy to make. You know, you could make it in a hurry, so it's good to make after work, and you can make it if you can't figure out anything else. We always used to have wieners in the freezer or in the fridge. All right, gonna have some tomatoes that I canned. All right, now that my weenies have cooked just a little bit, starting to get just slightly brown, I want to add some of my macaroni. I'm using elbows. It's really best with elbows. Hold on, let me get a cup so I can measure. I don't usually measure it, but I want to measure it for you tonight. All right. So many of those things that we get used to making and we don't measure them, and it's kind of hard to tell somebody how we do them. All right, so I'm putting a cupful of macaroni in there. I might add about another quarter cup. There we go. Not too much. There we go. No, just a little bit. Not really. Cupful's going to be good enough, because it's just me and Paul. All right, now I'm going to add my onions. And let this cook for a little bit. Brown that. What I'm doing is I'm letting my macaroni brown just slightly. It'll just add a little bit of extra flavor. Now then, now I'm going to add my tomatoes and my water. And start off with 2 cups of water. I'll probably add some more after I put my tomatoes in. And I'm using half of this jar of tomatoes. Now I might go ahead and just add the whole jar. There we go. If you're using regular canned tomatoes, you'd use 1 can of tomatoes. Like I say, I'm not used to thinking too hard when I make this. I think this is going to be just about right. Now what I'm going to do is let it come back to a boil and then turn it down to a simmer and let it simmer until the macaroni is done. There should still be some liquid in it, so I'll check it after a little while, after about 10 minutes, and see if it needs more liquid, and if it does, I'll add some more water to it. So I'll be back as soon as I bring this to a boil. Alright, now it's come to a nice boil. So now I'm going to turn it way down to low. I'm going to give it 1 stir, loosen everything up off the bottom there. Okay. Now the starch on the macaroni has kind of softened up enough that it shouldn't stick again now. Should be okay. Alright, now then, I'm going to cover it. I've turned it down to low. I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to let it cook for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to lift the lid and see if I need to add water. Alrighty. Now then, let's see how we're coming along. I checked it once and it was looking good, and I added about 1/2 cup of water. Now I'm going to leave the lid off, and I'm going to let it finish cooking. I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit since I've got the lid off. What I want to do now is cook down some of the water so that it should still have a little liquid, but it's not soup. It's a dish that you can eat with a fork. So now I'm going to let it cook about another 10 minutes without the lid on it. Alright, you'll notice I didn't put any salt in it earlier. The weenies have salt in them, and I salt my tomatoes when I can them, so there was salt in there. You want to taste it when it's nearly done and see if you want to add some salt to it. This had plenty, so I didn't need to add any. You can also add some black pepper to it. I said earlier we can eat it with a fork. You can't eat it with a fork. We're going to eat ours with a spoon tonight because it's cold, so we want a little bit more liquid, and we're not having anything else with it. It's a one dish meal for us tonight. So so there we go. Let me see. Let me get the camera and bring it over and show you. And there it is. Winnie's macaroni and tomatoes. One of my favorite dishes from my childhood. Loaded with carbs, good hot and warming, and loved by children everywhere. Alright, thanks a bunch. I hope you'll enjoy it. Stay warm, and if you like it, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Good night.